Welcome to Skills and Inspiration from Inspire to Change. Today's session is about understanding beliefs and using the ice pick tool. The ice pick helps us look at the beliefs we have and asks us to think about the effects they have on our lives and the decisions we make. And so what are beliefs? Beliefs are opinions or attitudes that we feel are true. Often the beliefs we have make up our values, and these determine how we live our lives. Beliefs often come with a definite viewpoint of right or wrong, and we can be protective and protest strongly if we feel someone else doesn't have the same beliefs as us. Examples of beliefs could be: children should be seen and not heard. You should always put your partner before your friends. You should respect your elders. But not everybody has the same beliefs. Some people might say that they don't believe you should have to respect elders if they don't respect you, and that is a different belief. But where do our beliefs come from? Beliefs are formed in two ways. So they either come through experiences we have had in our lives or from what we are told. And this can happen from an early age. Most of our core beliefs are formed when we are children. However, there are lots of other influences throughout our lives that shape our beliefs. These beliefs can come from our own personal experiences as an individual over the years. Our beliefs can also be influenced by the relationships we have had and also those that we've seen in other people, such as parents and grandparents. Sometimes we can believe that if it worked for them, it could work for us. However, we have to remember that they might not have been in the same circumstances. In our community, we have examples of schools, pubs, shops, places of worship and care homes. These all influence the way we think about the world and the types of beliefs we have. In our society, we receive regular information from various places: the TV, social media, music, and the government all have their opinions on true and false. In turn, these messages they give out can influence our beliefs. How do we test out if the beliefs that we have developed throughout our lives really have some truth behind them? Everyone has their own set of circumstances. And because all our upbringings and experiences are different, so are our beliefs. We often find that as we grow older, we make friendships with people that have similar beliefs to us. This is natural. But what happens when we meet someone who has a different belief to us? How does this make us feel inside? In a relationship, there may be some beliefs that you share with your loved one, but there may be others that you don't. This is okay, and we are allowed to have our own beliefs. But what if this belief is the cause of arguments time and time again? An example of this could be around having a belief about money. If the belief was that you shouldn't buy non-essential items such as clothes, books, games, shoes, etc. until you've paid all your bills each month, what would the impact be? The belief might be one that your parents stuck by, and you saw this growing up. It might be that you've had difficulties with money in the past, and this has affected how you budget things right now. But who else does your belief affect? When you are on your own, this belief may be really helpful, and it can make sure that you can afford what you always need. Let's bring other people into the situation. It's only the beginning of the month, and your friends ask you to go out with them. Will having this belief prevent you from going? And what effects might it have on your friendship? If your partner goes out on payday and buys some new garden furniture as it was on sale, will having this belief affect how you respond to them in the situation? When a belief becomes the source of repeated arguments, there is a way to question if the belief is something that you still want to have. The tool that we use to look into this further is the ice pick tool. We talk about how to use this tool in our sessions and how you can start to understand the effects that your beliefs have on you and your relationships. To use this tool, we are going to investigate the facts, consider the effect of this belief, and evaluate how useful this belief is. If we use the belief that you shouldn't buy non-essential things until you have paid all your bills each month, what are the facts and how accurate and relevant are they to the issue? Ask yourself questions such as who, what, where, when, and how. Who do you know and respect that shares this belief? And who do you know and respect who does not share this belief? What situation does this belief apply to? And is it true all the time that you shouldn't buy essential things until you have paid your bills each month? Can you think of times when this wasn't true? And are the people who share this view in a similar situation to you? How do you know their view? Have you asked them directly? So we've looked at the facts around this belief. Now we need to consider the effect that this belief has had in the past, present, and in the future. So how useful is this belief for you and other people? Let's weigh up the pros and cons of this belief. Is the outcome of having this belief always the same? And what effect has it had on your behaviour? How useful is the belief for other people? And what is the effect for your family, friends, and others? We've discussed situations that do impact on other people, such as restricting you being able to go out with your friends, and arguing with your partner or loved one about buying new things before bills have been paid. So we now want to evaluate the belief and think about, is the belief supported by evidence? If you always have money left over by the end of the month, then what is it that's making you hold on to the belief? Is the belief still based around things that happened in the past where maybe you didn't have as much money? Do the facts that you've discovered actually support the belief? Is it a fair and reasonable belief? Do you need more information to make a further decision? Think about who are the winners and losers with this belief, and what impact is there on the people you care about? What do the people close to you experience? And how is having this belief affecting other aspects of your life? Whose opinion would be useful and objective on this issue? And if you continue to have this belief, will it help you now or in the future? This is just one example of a belief. But thinking about your own beliefs, which belief may have caused conflict in relationships with friends or loved ones? Use these steps to find out if it is time to start challenging how useful this belief is, and what it would mean to be able to challenge the kind of thoughts we have looked at. You can investigate the facts, consider the effect of this belief, and evaluate how useful this belief is. If it is a belief that you are holding dear to you just because you have always had it, or someone else has told you that it is true, now might be a good time to start thinking about how different life could be without having this belief.